What a get. 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 This is amazing right here.
Pinch.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We are live for the next 15 minutes following our show last night about KWM World Singles and Doubles Open Championships in Colorado. And what better time than to get some altitude training tips from the man himself. Sudsy, good morning.
What's up, everybody? Good
Sudsy,
morning, Leo. I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Are you hearing me? Okay. You got me?
Yeah. Tell us what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. You know, we're excited. Simone, Leo, and I, and obviously our sponsors, players. We had a great show last night. We're over 5,000 views already. So Leo and I wanted to keep up the excitement, the energy. Obviously, KWM, Frank Hotels, thank you. You guys make all these things happen. And we wanted to give a couple of tips. You know, Leo, we were talking this morning, and I said Veronica and I are headed over to the club. And Leo, you had a great question. You said, how do you guys train for altitude training? And you said, wait, let's share it with everybody. So here we are.
Yeah. So, you know, what we want to do, we're going to wait for a minute here and let the chat go up. But we want to give the players that are going to Colorado, and maybe some of you that aren't going to go to Colorado, ask some questions in the chat about altitude training. We're only going to be on for about 15 minutes. I got Sudsy to jump on here and do that with us. So let's take advantage of it. If you have any questions about altitude training, whether it's, you know, serving, shot selection, you know, there's a variety of things that players are going to have to do to make these adjustments. So while we're waiting for the questions to come in, I'll start with one question. What will be the noticeable difference when these players go to Colorado and play on these courts, you know, with that Pro Pen ball? What are some of the things they're going to notice?
So Simone, can you just, Leo, which camera am I on, front or back?
We can.
Which one you got?
Simone said you can go to the front.
Okay. So the biggest difference, you know, when you're playing at over 5,000 feet high, and we used to train in Ecuador at 8,500 feet, which was incredible. You're going to see the ball bounce like a crazy ball. Remember those little balls, Leo, the ones that you bounce and it just goes all over the place? Mm-hmm. So how do you really train for that, right? Because if I'm just hitting, then the ball's going to bounce like this in Florida, but in Colorado, the same exact mechanics, the same swing speed, the ball might come like that. So it's going to come a lot faster, which means the ball's going to bounce more. So they're going to notice that. But the other thing they're definitely going to notice, and I know, Leo, you've experienced this, we all have, is that altitude when we're breathing in our cardiovascular system. So those points that seem difficult to you in Colorado, it's not that they're super difficult. Your body's just not adjusted to that altitude. So one of the things I like to do on the racquetball court, and a lot off, as you know, is tons of interval training. And I'm going to push my heart rate to its maximum. I'm going to bring it back down. I'm going to do it again. So I actually want you to train to a point of where, again, Leo, depending on your level, depending on your goals, depending on what you're looking to do, if you're out there to have fun, compete, don't go crazy. But especially at the higher levels, or even, hey, I don't care if you're an amateur and you want to improve, do this at your speed, at your level. All right. So I'm going to work myself in the court and off the court to a point of where I feel winded. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to take that 10 to 20 second downtime and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do that over and over and over again. I'll do it for about 45 minutes to an hour. Why do you think 45 minutes to an hour, Leo, or anybody in the chat room?
Court, I mean, that's about how long you're going to play a match.
Thank you. Right. So I might go a little bit further. Again, when I am training to be the best player in the world, if I know my match on average, I have 15 minutes, I might do the training for an hour and a half because you don't get extra credit for being in shape or being fit. All right. You're on the court. It's an athletic sport. You're using your body. You should be fit. Unlike the dude on the Stairmaster, I don't know if you could see him way back there. He's been standing on that Stairmaster talking for like 40 minutes. He hasn't gotten 5 minutes of cardio in. I don't know if you can see that. Simone, could you zoom in? It's incredible. Does anybody have an explanation for like laying on the Stairmaster like this? What can you tell me what they're getting out of it? I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too critical. So, all right. Share the feed, everybody, because obviously Simone, we grabbed Simone real quick, Leo and I, to do this. It's important to get it out there because I'm sure a couple of tips we give will be able to help not only you, but maybe some of your friends. So what if it helps your competitor? Let's level the playing field. So Leo, any specific question, or you want me to jump right into something that I would do?
Well, I'm going to ask some of the obvious questions.
Go for it.
While the chat starts to fill up here, if you guys have some questions, we already got a couple. Hi, Mitch. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Arthur. Ceiling balls. Obviously,
yes.
You said the ball's going to be bouncy. Is it literally taking something off of it? Is it the pace? Is it the angle? I mean, tell us about the ceiling ball game at altitude.
That's an awesome question, Leo, and you're going to see a lot of that. Simone, flip me to this back camera. You're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see balls that where you normally, let's just say this is my Florida swing speed to make the ball. What's our objective? Our objective is to get this ball deep in the court without it flying off the back wall. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be hard to keep this ball off the back wall in Denver until you get adjusted or if you've never done it before. So when you're at home, whether you're in Florida or Texas or California, wherever you are going before you get to this event in Colorado, I'm going to hit my normal ceiling ball, okay? And what I wanted to do is come deep in the court. That one wasn't that good. It came off the back wall. That one's perfect, okay? That almost bounced right in the crack of the back wall. So I'm going to first find my normal swing on my ceiling ball. Then to train for Colorado, what I wanted to do is actually end up a little bit short, all right? So it's set up off of my ceiling ball here, whereas still, let's call it about 35 feet, 36 feet back, deep in the court. In Colorado is going to be a little bit deeper, all right? So I'm going to go back to the court. I'm going to hit, here's my normal ceiling ball. Look at that. That's great. I don't care who you are. If you're shooting from all the way back here, good luck. This one, I want it to end a little bit shorter, and then I'll know right there. So see where this was ending? In Colorado, Leo, that exact same mechanics, that exact same swing speed, contact point, it's going to end up here. All right? So just get that feel, find that feel. If you can get to the courts before your matches, you definitely want to get that feel. And that's going to be the first ball a lot of people are going to hit when they get in the court in Colorado. Let me see how much this ball bounces. Sorry, it's hard for me not to shoot.
Please don't hit the camera.
We can't afford that on our budget.
Brian Vargas says Sudsy doesn't hit ceiling balls. That is true. But these are tips that are going to help you, the player. Because these are real live altitude training tips that could help you. Ceiling balls, the serve. Suds, how important is the serve going to be for players to keep that serve off the back wall at altitude?
It's a great question, Leo. Do you have me, Simone, on the front camera here? I think it'd be better.
Front camera.
So if I'm hitting a drive serve in Florida versus a drive serve in Colorado, all things being equal, swing speed, ball, racket tension, all of that, the ball isn't going to do the same when I'm at. Okay. So the slight adjustment I would make, and I will make when I get in there, is, you know what people tend to do, believe it or not, the faster the ball moves in a racquetball court. Leo, can you take a guess, or anybody in the chat room? What do you think an amateur tendency is? And not just amateur, because I was guilty of it as a pro too. When that ball's flying around, moving so fast, what do you think one of the natural tendencies is to do for a racquetball player?
Stop moving.
We want to hit it harder. We want to hit it harder. We want to hit it faster, right? That is the last thing you want to do in Colorado. Because if I take a swing like this, look at that, that's going to fly off the back wall. We're at Florida. I hit it about 3.5 feet high, and the bounce was right here in center court. Colorado, that ball is up there, okay? So on the serve, to answer your question, I'm going to get my natural foot, my footwork, my step, my swing, my angle of attack, the way I'm attacking the ball. And then here's the key. I'm going to dial all of that down by about 15 to 20% because I don't want it to fly off the back wall. So I'm not changing too much. I don't want to complicate it. And I don't want to say, so what I don't want you to do is overhit, all right? But I also don't want you to start swinging in slow motion. So let's just say I'm getting in the box. Here's my Florida 100% swing. Maybe you could hear that. So maybe in Colorado, look, it's not going to look any different, but it's gonna certainly bounce less. And ultimately, again, our goal is keep it off the back wall. So you get out there, you go hit it, and you hit a couple balls just like that in the center court, okay? And you'll see how the ball is going to bounce. Because again, this exact same swing with this ball at this court temperature in Colorado is going to take a different bounce. So all those little adjustments you have to think of before you get there, because if you get there and then all of a sudden you say, oh, here's what happens, guess what? You either lost the first game, the match, or you're down 10-0. Good luck.
Great follow. Okay, so we got a good question from Al Schaff, Big Al.
What's up, Al? My man,
Al?
that was a great picture, by the way, of Elmwood Fitness Center, formerly known.
Al wants to ask, kind of along the same lines as where you were at, except same question, but on passing shots. How are you going to keep those passing shots off the back wall, close to the side wall?
Yeah, so I'm not, which angle are we at here?
Simone says you can go wherever you want.
All right, so take me to the back. Thank you, Simone. So on passing shots, I'm going to get out there again. I'm going to find what my rhythm is on a good pass. All right, like that ball flew off the back wall. Not sure if you could see that. All right, Al, so I'm swinging. I'm going to make sure I over-exaggerate and engage in my legs. And here's the thing, don't forget, I don't care what level you are, the ball's going to move, it's going to fly, you don't have to overhit it. In Colorado, get there, trust me, go swing 50%. You'll be amazed at how that ball moves. You're going to feel like you're hitting the ball like Conrado. You're not, but imagine Conrado's ball at that height and altitude. All right, so Al, I'm going to do that same approach, okay? When I get set up or something, I'm not sure if you could see me in the back from here, but let's say this is my down one in Florida. Okay, I got to do 15 burpees for one skip. In Colorado, I might be a lot smoother on my approach and my plane and my swing speed. Everything's the same, footwork, mechanics, but I'm not, if this is a good visual for you guys. So let's say this is 100, everything's the same, this is 70. I don't know if you could see that to the naked eye, but the ball will certainly see it the way you're swinging.
Great follow. Okay, so it looks like we got another question. And hey guys, we just wanted to jump on here. We only got about 5 more minutes with Sudsy. If you'd like to support the show, you can Venmo at SudsyM. Thank you guys so much for the support.
Yeah, thank you.
The Venmo is awesome.
Maybe we could shout out any Venmo supporters we might have. We didn't have any yesterday, but you never know. We can shout them out in Colorado, Leo. Do a special shout out.
I would love that. If you guys
That'd be
are on here and you've demoed the show, let us know. We're not going to check it right now. All right. Simon Chavez is saying that we better get used to the fastball. It's going to come off the walls, and it doesn't die as easy as anywhere else. The ball is bouncier. Is that true?
Absolutely true. And here's a perfect way for all levels to work on that. I want you to go to center court, okay? Doesn't matter which camera, you should be able to see me. This is the only time I'm going to say you're allowed to hit a really bad racquetball shot, okay? I want you to hit about 3 or 4 feet high, as hard as you can, so that it flies off the back wall like that. And I want you to have to move to it to hit it, all right? So it's going to look awkward and feel terrible, but it's a good way for you to train for that ball. Absolutely correct, Simon, flying around. So you're in center, I got to move to it, and then I'm going to tap it.
So,
all right?
So does that,
try to hit it.
Is that fair to say that you're also helping people get used to what their opponents are going to do? Because their opponents may not be used to that, and they're, ripping balls 3 feet high, zooming around the court. So you're going to have to be prepared to retrieve those, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't worry too much about what my opponent's doing, Leo. You know I'm big on this for all levels of coaching, all levels of play. Right. What I want to do is control what I can control, all right? I can control the way I prepare, the way I train. So if I go out there and I'm playing you and you're doing the things I was prepared for and trained for, so be it. If you're better than that and kick my ass, sometimes we get our asses kicked. But I don't know. I believe that we get our asses kicked because we weren't properly prepared if we're at that same level. All right, so that's one way. Those bad shots off the back wall, right? Like coming up and really like flying around like that. That's a one way to work on those shots. And here's another simple way. I actually told Mark Frank to do this the other day because he's in Seattle. I want you to rip a bad ceiling ball. Look at that. You see where that ball was?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to get into center court again, or back a little bit further. And you're going to rip, because look at that ball. See how it's coming off like that? That's exactly what Simon is talking about. The ball in Colorado, those ceiling balls, they're going to be flying. All right, you're going to be at least one full shuffle step away or late until you get adjusted. You know what I mean by that? So ball is out there, and you thought it was going to be here. It's Colorado. One more shuffle step at least away.
What about how important is altitude training with the hydration and the nutrition aspect of it?
Yeah, naturally. Listen to your body. Can't say enough about staying hydrated. Drink more water, more fluids than you think is necessary. I remember a U.S. team coach telling me once at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, they said, as soon as you're thirsty, it's too late. You're already dehydrated. So one thing I'll be certainly doing, which I do normally, I practice that anyway, is I'll be pounding and pounding water. And when I say pounding, I'm talking gallons a day till I'm out of the tournament. And then Leo, maybe we could pound something else with a few of our guests at the show.
Can you drink?
I don't know. Can you drink too much? Sure, you can dilute it. I'm not a scientist. I'm not sure. But if you can, I've certainly done it. I guess if your urine is crystal clear and you could bottle it up, that's probably too much. But yeah. Do we have any doctors out there? As an elite athlete, we're burning so much. We need to stay hydrated. When you get those headaches, you feel like your headaches, you don't know why you have a headache. It's not just from the coffee. You might be dehydrated. If you're cramping, no excuse. I never give my athletes, especially at the pro level, Leo, you're not getting any extra credit for being in shape. I've said this many times, right? God, you go into the dentist or you go to surgery, or, does the doctor get a pat on the back for coming in with his stethoscope? So you're supposed to be in shape. If you're not, don't even bother. All right. And again, whatever level you may be, it's got to work for you and it's got to fit your schedule, your life availability. It depends what your goal is. Me personally, I'm not trying to win a pro division next week, but I'm going to certainly be ready for the divisions I'm playing.
Our good friend Amir Amigo has a question.
What's up, Amir?
Amir says, how much water do you drink before a match? I mean, I know you're drinking water throughout the day, but is there any, I mean, geez, man, I mean, you're talking about drinking all this water. Are you going to have to go to the bathroom during your match? Or, I mean.
Yeah, I'll go to the bathroom one time before the match starts, but it's not so much, it's not like you're cramming, like when you used to study for a test where you're cramming all night long.
Mm-hmm.
You should just be sipping all day long. There's actually a pretty cool water bottle that we have at the house, and it has like times on it and lines, and it tells you, oh, you should be at this point at 9 a.m., this point at 11 a.m., this empty, this empty. So no, you're not just slamming water, then you're going to be bloated, and yeah, you're going to have to go run off and pee. All that stuff should be taken care of before that door shuts, because once that door shuts, now it's all about you. It's on you. Go execute, go be ready, and no excuses. Any excuses anybody gives, all right, it's on you.
Mm-hmm.
We can all say this is why and that's why, but hey, we can control what we can control, but we can also improve the things we can't control.
Awesome. Okay, Simone's in my ear, and she said we went over the 15 minutes, but I want to take advantage of this time with you because this is super important. This is training. The chat room is actually starting to fill up now. And hey, if you guys want to support the show, we appreciate it. You guys can Venmo Sudsy M or at Sudsy M. Let's take advantage of a few more minutes that we have with Sudsy. It looks like we have another question.
Are they sharing this? Are they sharing it? Get it shared out there. We got to share.
Can you believe we
that's
almost got 100 shares last night?
I can believe that. I can't believe we didn't get 100. That's what I'm a little disappointed about. But thank you to everybody, because Leo, that was a great show. We have last check this morning over 5,000 views.
Wow!
And you know what that means? That means people are seeing racquetball. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for sharing. Love us or hate us, we're talking racquetball.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Share this feed now. Okay, let me jump over to the questions, Suds, because the chat's starting to fill up. We're only going to have Suds for 5 more minutes. Simone is telling me.
Just give me a heads up, too, on what camera we're on. Okay, bud?
Fernando Carrillo says, this is an excellent video, and he really appreciates it. That's not a question, but I wanted to pass that along.
Gracias, Fernando Carrillo. Muchas gracias. Todo es para gente de racket. Okay. I don't know if you speak Spanish, Fernando. If you do, great. If not, but yeah, it's all for racquetball, man. I don't care what some may say or think.
I got to read this comment for you from Michael Debolski. Sudsy, my name is Mitchell. I'm sorry, Sudsy. My name is Mitchell Debolski. I was real little when I first met you, but my father is Van Debolski. I loved watching my dad play for many years. He said that he hit with you one time. I've been watching your old matches on YouTube. Racquetball is a great sport. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello and have a great day. Mitchell Debolski.
Mitchell, thank you. Your dad's a legend, tremendous human being. A lot of great memories with your dad, Van. He's a pioneer in the sport. He was around early on. Leo, do you know Van?
Absolutely. I love Van Debolski.
Okay. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah.
Amazing.
So Mitchell, that's great. Thank you. Much love and respect. And, maybe one day we can smack it around sometime. And racquetball is a great sport. It's a life sport. It helps us physically for obvious reasons, but also the mental strength and conditioning is super important. So thanks for that.
Yeah. Hey, all right. Big question from Brian. This is a really good one too. Supplements take and pre-workout before this tournament?
I'm not big on supplements. The only thing I take personally are multivitamins. I don't take any supplements.
What are you, like a natural guy? When I was take shakes, you do protein shakes. I mean, how do you ingest your?
Again, I'm not being specific. I just make good decisions. Mm-hmm. I'm not being evasive. I'm just telling you, I'm not a big supplement person. We have protein and a whole bunch of stuff at the house, Leo. I just don't.
You don't do a handful of pills every morning.
Just a multivitamin. That's it. Mm-hmm. Mega Gold and try to stay healthy. And if something's not right or something doesn't feel right, I'll change it. I listen to my body. I know my diet. Veronica and I were talking the other day how we got a big pizza, and I laughed at this, but this is true. The night before a lot of my finals as a professional, Leo, I would eat a huge pizza, the whole entire pizza by myself, because our final was usually at 1 o'clock the next afternoon. And I'd wake up and I'd still feel pretty good, like I was fueled up. And I would usually, have just a little water, maybe a bar or something, a fruit, and that's about it. And then I'd get going into the match. And for me, that worked for me. So when it comes to diet and nutrition, I'm very careful on the advice I give. I did have a nutritionist one time. She was great. She said, well, what do you like to eat? And I like
Everything.
sarcastically said, well, yeah. And she goes, good, then eat it. She said that. And I'm like, well, she said, but here's how we're going to, work that a little bit. Just making better decisions. Our bodies are all different. There is no, this is the only way. That's the only way. And the only advice I'll give too on that, Leo, is if somebody says to you, this is the way and that's it, you're probably with the wrong person. If that's the advice that they give for everybody, just like coaching, right? If I tell you this is the only way to do it, our bodies are different. Talking about racquetball. So one of the things I'll say is, Leo, come in the court, show me your stock swing, right? What does that mean? It means just hit the ball how you hit it. Then I'm going to work and build up from there. All right. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Not let me break everything down and change it. No, show me what physically you do, what mentally you do, how you move to the ball. Now we'll build it and make it beautiful. Same with the body.
And to follow up with Brian's second question at the end of that is, what about any recovery supplements or anything you do for recovery? You take anything?
Sometimes amino. Yeah, sometimes aminos, but and as we age, our recovery time gets longer. Rocky and I have spoken about it often. Alvaro, Kane, your body changes. So I've done some amino acids, Leo, like post-match real quick, if I know that I have to play a bunch of matches. But ultimately, it's the maintenance I'm doing all the way leading up to, because once we get there, I think then we're cramming it in, and then you're opening yourself up for a potential issue. So I'm watching and making good decisions all the way up and through too. So again, you can flip me to the front, Simone. Post match, I'm hoping that I did enough and the right thing all the way up until that match, because I'm preparing. I'm preparing before for also what's to come after. So I hope that makes sense. That wasn't a Yogi Berra-ism.
Yeah, no. All right, before we wind it down, I just want to shout out a couple of comments. MC Vegas is in here. He says, great show. And do you practice for outdoor?
Mike Coulter, what's up, buddy? We can't wait. Leo and I, the 3-wall ball in Vegas. Get your asses there. There is nothing like waking up at this time, actually a couple hours ago in Vegas, and you just hear these balls banging around on the Las Vegas Strip. Can't wait to be there. Really hoping Veronica comes with me this time, because last time we know, Leo, you, myself, and Alvaro got lost the first night, and next thing you know, it was the morning we had to play. But yeah, it's a great time. Vegas, can't wait. I do not practice for outdoor that much until I know a few weeks before of the event. I wish I could. I love outdoor, truthfully. I could play outdoor every single day. You give me a racket and a ball, Leo, and I could go play in somebody's closet. So it doesn't matter. But I don't practice enough outdoor, but when I do, pretty much what I'll do is I'll come on the indoor if I don't have an outdoor court available, and I'll just take away the side wall, the back wall, and the field.
Awesome. Well, everybody that tuned in, thank you guys so much. Went over our time again, but hey, this is awesome advice. Altitude training with Sudsy. Thanks for letting us come in. We appreciate it. If you guys learned anything, please share it. Like Sud said, with your racquetball friends. If you want to support the show, you can Venmo at SudsyM. We really appreciate it. Suds, what'd you think?
I think it was fun. I think it was quick. I think Simone's happy. We're not going crazy timing here. I hope it's not really what I think, Leo. It's about what the fans think. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leo, I hope you had a good time here real quick doing this. I got to get back to working out. I got to get ready. Mark Frank and I and Charles George and I have some big matches next week. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to run into Keith Miner and Jeff Stark. That team, man, they're a buzzsaw. They're a tough team. But thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Leo. We will see you next week. Thank you, KWM Gutterman. Thank you, Frank Hotels. Looking forward to it, Leo. So you can close us out here while I smack a couple balls, and I hope everybody got something out of it.
Yeah, we're going to watch Suds hit a couple balls. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you maybe before Denver. We might pop back on, but let's just go out with Suds hitting some shots. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for the support and the Venmo. Thank you to those that Venmoed. We appreciate it.